we welcome you to Corridors of Technology. This is about security, productivity, and scale. So we are here to help you in delivering security, productivity, and scale within your organization. So I wanted to show you some case studies on this Adobe eSignature. These are some use cases and case studies. And so just give us a few minutes and we'll take you through these set of videos and you'll be able to understand the product better.
Wow, it is a big day for basketball as Anton Miller is getting ready to sign a $1 billion contract with the Cincinnati Sabres.
Sign here, sign here, and here and here. Yep, right down here? Yes, sir. And at the bottom, sign with your birth date. And then sign here. Okay, thanks so much. And here. And then sign here and here and here. Actually, you do have one more on the back page. Yep, sign there. And then initial and sign at the bottom. Exactly, and then down here as well. And then I just need 11 more. I'm gonna be signing each one 4 times, and then 2 more on the second page. Sign here, here, and down here.
Let's go. You can keep the pen.
Unbelievable!
Miller has just signed with San Jose.
The Sabres really dropped the ball on this one. Typical.
Document Cloud's been a good solution for us at HPE. Each of our employees has the ability to be able to go in and use Adobe Sign. What that does is that helps us pull together better metrics and BI data, business intelligence, so that we can provide that up to the CIO, who's very huge proponent within Adobe Sign. What drives me most is helping people become more efficient. The amount of time that it takes for a document to be signed causes you to spend a lot more time in certain areas. If you get it done faster, it allows you to become more efficient. We have cases where we're signing legal documents that must go to almost 90 people for signatures. We reduce that from 2 to 3 months down to probably a day or 2. The best piece that we have with Adobe Sign right now is the Workday integration. We are transforming our recruiting efforts. Everything that we do from an onboarding perspective with inside of HPE, Adobe Sign is going to play a key role in that for us. Making sure from the moment we touch an applicant, that applicant feels a better experience. For us to train our people to understand how to use Adobe Sign, it's easy because Adobe's been in the enterprise for a long time and they could support us. Those are some of the key things that had us make the decision to go with Adobe Sign. Working with the level of employees here is wonderful. Adobe Sign helps me help those people become more efficient every day.
We have rolled out Adobe Sign for our offer letter process, where the young millennials whom we are attracting from different campuses or off campuses, their first and foremost touch point would be the offer letter that they receive from Mindtree. Now imagine they receiving the offer letter on a completely digital medium, breaking the barriers of the traditional methods of delivering an offer letter is a huge experience for them. And today if you look at, we used to struggle printing huge number of documents when we delivered the offer letters in a traditional method. Today it's completely automated manner where the document printing is completely avoided and the responses that we are seeing is completely instantaneous. Just to give you a statistic, we used to print 34 pages of document, that is 2 copies, one for the engineer who is joining us and one for the Mindtree. So 2 copies, which is 34 pages, is now completely no paper wasted. And this also has tremendously improved our turnaround time in terms of the acceptances that we received from the young engineers. So what used to be a traditional method of acceptances, which used to take at least 24 hours to any time that they take, now it is almost instantaneous, because we have seen millennials come with mobiles that is smartphones that they have, which they access data from anywhere they are. So the day they see is an excitement for them to come back and then give that acceptance instantaneously. And it also given us a lot more security in terms of how we roll out our offer letters. That way, it's a huge safety net that we are building while using the Adobe document. So it has certainly helped us to really attract millennials, create experiences, and also in terms of our social responsibility, as I stated in our mission statement, where we help businesses and societies to flourish, is where it is also helping to reduce that carbon footprint by avoiding the paper.
Adobe was awarded the 2020 Microsoft Alliance's Global ISV Partner of the Year.
So we welcome you all to Corridors of Technology. This is the third session in this series, wherein we are helping your organizations to be more productive, secure, and be able to scale with the help of technology. Today we have Mr. Chetan Jadhav with us. He's a senior solutions consultant at Adobe. He has 11 plus years of experience and domain expertise in digital media industry. He's handling Adobe Creative Cloud, Document Cloud, and e-learning solutions. He does that by providing demos, training, and consulting solutions, and he supports many top enterprises in various domains around the world. He's helping customers to accelerate, digitally transform, and go paperless using the latest and greatest of Adobe technologies. I'm Sunny Sharma from Fortron. I've been instrumental in the space of cloud computing, digital transformation, and change management. I've played key roles in driving digital literacy, digital tool adoption, and consulting services to medium and large scale enterprises. So we welcome you all again in this journey of transformation. Let's take you through this next set of demonstrations, and Chetan will take you through the demonstrations and the content that he has to present, and he'll take about 30 to 40 minutes to give this fascinating demonstration about how Microsoft 365, which was earlier known as Office 365, is well integrated with Adobe eSign. So once you take these two solutions, then you don't have to go anywhere to enable your people to digitally sign on documents, whether they're in the organization, outside the organization, using any device, whether that is a mobile device or a laptop, and they can get this digital integration in place. So Fortron is your trusted IT partner. We have digitally impacted more than 45,000 plus professionals like you. We have worked with more than 950 plus organizations, and we have delivered more than 180 plus self-learning digital modules through our Fortron Academy, which is accessible on YouTube and cloud.fortron.com. So this is our Fortron Academy. You can go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Fortron Academy, and subscribe to it. You get access to a lot of quality content, which is about cybersecurity, productivity, learning various tools, including Teams, OneNote, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and even you get to interact with a lot of CIOs and CXOs on this forum, and they share their learnings. A lot of our events are recorded and published on this channel, so you can attend those events in a digital way. So with Adobe, we have certain offers for you as part of this Corridors of Technology. You can sign up for Adobe eSign for Business and Enterprise. These are two flavors of Adobe Sign as a product, depending on your requirements and need. And we also have customer onboarding process, wherein experts from our side will work with your teams to really adopt this solution. So our recommendation is get started with a trial, see how this solution works for your organization. Build certain use cases that is within your organization, whether that is about sharing an offer letter with potential employees, or signing up non-disclosure agreements with your partners and vendors, getting those NDAs signed across stakeholders, setting up a workflow when you release a purchase order from your ERP system, and lots such stuff. So not just Microsoft 365, Adobe can work really well with a lot of other solutions there, including Zoho, including Workday, Salesforce, Dynamics 365, and a lot more. And Chetan will take you through all these products and sessions in this presentation. If you have any specific expectations from this session, I would request you to please share in the chat window. We will address it along the way. And in this session, what we really have for you is certain offers to get you on the digital signature platform, whether you're using a Microsoft Office 365 or you're using a G Suite solution. So if you have any questions, can you please post on the chat window? So over to you, Chetan. Please share your learnings and your experience with Adobe eSign and Microsoft 365. And we're glad that you could come in and give us your time today.
Without a further ado, let me wish a good morning to everyone, and Sunny for the warm introduction, and Filtron for setting up this platform in which I really get a chance to talk to the top level people here in the audience and really show you how Adobe and Microsoft together can make you successful in terms of digitally transforming your productivity tools, along with the way Adobe can really have those technologies involved with Microsoft. So this is going to be around a 30 or 40-minute session, which includes some of the PPT slides, but I will also touch upon one of the live demo to show you the tight integration between Microsoft and Adobe. So the agenda for the day is very simple. We'll see what are the current challenges. Then we'll touch upon Microsoft productivity tools. Then we'll touch upon Adobe Cloud services, and we'll see how together they can be a killer combination to really help you digitally transform perfectly with integration and also make your workflow very, very electronically signed. So currently what the scenario is that we have this particular digital trend in which there is a lot of data explosion. There's a lot of digital expectations from the customers, and also we are really expecting a connected experience. Now, data explosions, you really cannot control over that because there's so much data, there is so much of cloud available, and you really need to control the data and the content which is around you. Now, when you talk about digital expectations, the customers really want that they get very much consistent data across all the devices touch points. So whatever they're facing and experience with their desktop products, they also will expect that they face the same experience. They get the same experience onto multiple devices. Maybe it's a mobile phone, or maybe it is anywhere in the cloud, virtual devices, and also maybe their tablet devices. Last but not the least, the third digital trend here is having the connected experience where people are working remotely on any device, especially on the COVID situation, where people are really forced to work from home, and all of the paper-based process really don't work efficiently in this particular time frame. Well, Corona was one of the situations that really helped customers to understand the importance of going digital, and this is where Microsoft and Adobe really together can give you that peace of mind so that your business gets your business continuity doesn't stop. So this is what the current digital trend is going right now. Now, like as an enterprise, you are trying to set up the enterprise digital transformation, but again, in these situations, there are certain challenges that come across. Let's see what are these challenges when you try to get this particular transformation. There's very good chances that you have poor employee and customer experience as well. Brand equity is one of the very, very important points in this particular scenario, and you really want to make sure that your employees and your customers really get a great experience when interacting with you. But unfortunately, 60% of the executives really feel that they are behind from this particular digital transformation. Another reason is that there is a lot of manual processes that goes on, and there is a lot of time and money that's get wasted, and 80% of the document processes rely on paper. This is what we are trying to solve, one of the core issues. When it comes to working on documents, there's a lot of visibility that is lacking, and only 19% of organizations really feel that they have an excellent data visibility. The other 81, they really don't know what's happening with their documents and all. One of the most important thing, because this is everything which is related to documentation and signature based, you really want to make sure that all of the processes are very much legal, compliant, and you're free of all the security risks. So unfortunately, 44% of the organizations have faced this legal and regulatory action in the last 3 years. It had happened in one of the sessions. I was just talking and we were not able to understand that you missed 10 minutes. So I just want to make sure that we are all connected. Perfect. Okay, let's see what are the different challenges, and yeah, challenges does give you opportunities, and let's see what are these. So when I talk about challenges, these are some of the use cases and examples, but whenever there is a digital transformation, you're bound to face challenges in your use cases, right? So when you talk about the sales team, you see that 2/3 of the reps spend time on administrative tasks. The business really stalls because of waiting of the contract to be signed. The sales experience is bad because there is a lot of manual and paper-based tasks. Similarly, for the human resource, there's a lot of delay in hiring because there's a lot of manual paperwork again. There's a lot of time and money been involved because you have to print, fax, and sign it manually. And there's a lot of inability to keep the business moving, especially when you're traveling or when you're working from remote. The other departments of procurement, again, the same paperwork process, the same challenges, and also getting into the legality issues when they are on the field. Yeah, talking about legal and compliance, the compliance risk due to missing of inaccurate information, too much of time is spent on tracking the status of the contracts, and a lot of paper processes expose the valuable information. So these are some of the critical challenges. But yeah, as I said, challenges brings up opportunities. So when it comes to enterprise or any company, the organization need to make sure that they have a simple and a secure solution, which is also possible in the various mobile touch points, which is intuitive, and customers get a high level of experience, especially on the CIOs and the CTOs. And also they want to maximize the investment, reduce the cost, and get a maximum return of investment. So this is what the opportunity is in this particular scenario. Microsoft is good today. Together, they really become great. Like, these are the global leaders in digital document solutions. So we have cloud product leaders, Adobe, Microsoft. They are very much great in their own aspects, but when they come together, we get the combination of those greatness, and we get a killer combination, right? And yes, this is what the integration is. So you pick up any of the Microsoft applications, Adobe is always there in some of the other touch points. So you open up MS Office, you see Adobe is there. Any of the Adobe tools you'll see, there's Adobe always integrated with those solutions to make sure that you are more productive on using your Microsoft applications. And also we are enterprise ready. So whenever it comes to legality, security, and compliance, you don't have to worry because Adobe and Microsoft really make you enterprise ready. And there is a big ecosystem involved along with Microsoft because we have got all of these global and ISP partners like the Aptus, Icertis, and Nintex, and a few more. So this is what Microsoft and Adobe together really helps you out with. Let's touch upon the Microsoft 365 products here. So you see we have Teams, you've got SharePoint, Yammer, you've got Office applications, which you use a lot. And of course, you have Outlook for your email and calendar. Now let's touch upon the Adobe Document Cloud. Now, Adobe people really might think that Adobe is more into Photoshop or it is a PDF creator, right? But Adobe is really more than that. We've got Creative Cloud solutions. We've got Document Cloud solutions. We've got customer experience solutions, e-learning solutions, all of that. But let's focus on the Document Cloud solutions. Now, where is this Acrobat or where is this PDF residing in the entire Document Cloud? Document Cloud is actually the bigger umbrella under which the different Adobe tools really reside, the tools and services, to be more clear. Now, we have the different tools like Adobe Acrobat Pro DC, we've got Adobe Sign, we have got Adobe Scan. Adobe Acrobat Pro DC, this is where you were talking about, I was talking about Acrobat, which is the best solutions in the world for creating and managing your PDF documents, because Adobe was the creator of PDFs. We've got Adobe Sign, which is the world's best solution for digital and e-signing solutions. And we've got Adobe Scan, which is a free mobile application, which is the world's #1 mobile scanning application. Okay, that's enough of that. Let me go to the next steps. Now, this is the entire Adobe Document Cloud ecosystem where we have a combination of desktop and mobile applications. We've got e-signature solutions like eSign, Adobe Sign. We've got automated workflows so that you can do specific tasks really quickly. We have APIs and SDKs so that you can have Adobe Sign integrated in your own environment. You don't have to worry because it's already got integration with Microsoft. And yes, we have PDF services so that you don't have to install Acrobat or all of those applications. You just have to go to your browser, just log in with your Adobe credentials, and you would be able to do certain of the Adobe tasks there. And yes, we have top-notch integrations across the enterprise community. Okay, so that was Microsoft, that was Adobe Document Cloud. Now let's see the integration of both of these, right? So these are all of the touch points of your Microsoft solutions like Windows, OneDrive, SharePoint, Power Apps. You can see that. And what you'll also notice is that at every point, Adobe is always involved. So Adobe Sign, you see, touches upon all of these solutions, and most of them also touch upon the Adobe Acrobat and the PDF services. I'll also touch upon one of a live demo to really show you how all of these things work. Okay, so let's see how you can get the end-to-end digital experiences. So when it comes to creation tools together, let's see where Adobe and Microsoft together can help you. So for creation, you have the productivity apps like Microsoft, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Adobe as Acrobat. When you talk about collaboration, we have Outlook, Acrobat, Teams. I think you people have already seen what is there on the screen, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. When it comes to execution, for signing and approving, we have Acrobat and Sign to execute your documents which you have created with the productivity application. Similarly, for enterprise systems, structured, and you can also publish and store. Okay, this is one of the very important slides where I want to show that Adobe was awarded the 2020 Microsoft Alliances Global ISV Partner of the Year. Okay, this is one of the bigger news. We are always the Microsoft preferred partner also when we talk about Adobe solutions. Okay, now let's see how we get the seamless integrations that will complement on your productivity app. So these are some of the screenshots. So this is example, we have Outlook, where you send for signatures, fill and sign, agreement status right away within your Outlook. So you don't have to. So Adobe Document Cloud is a separate service. So if you want to use those services, you actually have to go out of your applications generally, and you have to open up the browser, or you have to open up the Adobe applications to get those features and services. But because this is Microsoft, you see that you don't have to go outside of your application. Within your Outlook or within any of your Microsoft applications, you have these integrated options of filling and signing, send for signatures, and agreement status. Like similarly, this is an example of SharePoint. You see within SharePoint also, you've got these PDF options. You can create and combine files. Okay, so this is about Outlook and SharePoint. Let me also show you Teams, right? So Teams, we have got this Adobe Sign Bot feature available that will really help you to track the status of agreement. So this is an interesting use case, I would say. So let's say you are on a web conference with one of your customers, and you're on Teams right now, and you want to get a document signed, and you want to make sure that he is signing that document on the spot, right? So from Teams itself, you can initiate a transaction where you're sending him a legal document, maybe a non-disclosure agreement or maybe an offer letter. It can be any document, right? He will get the document right away. You don't have to leave Microsoft Teams. From Teams itself, you send the document, the end party will get that particular document. He will electronically sign the document, and you will get the document right away from you. So these are some of the very, very interesting use cases, right? Similarly, in the Power Apps, you see we have fill and sign document options available, and here you can also see that you can send the agreements, add e-signature steps right away in your Power Automate connector. Now let me get into an example before we get into some of the integration workflows. Let me open up Outlook, and let's see how I can send a document from my Outlook to my customer. So let's say I create a new email here, and I want to send a document. Now I don't need to go to Adobe Sign and log in with my Adobe credentials and send a document for signature. I can do it right away within my Outlook. So here you see we have send for signature option available. So let me click on send for signatures, but also let me also set up the persona for this particular example. So let's say I'm the person who wants to send a document for signing, and the other person is some fictitious person, let's say Raj Malhotra, and he has to e-sign the document which I've sent. Now what I've done is I've set up an email configuration here. Let me clean up some of my documents so that we can actually see the real-time status of my document. So this is the email configured with signer 1 who will act as Raj Malhotra. And we'll see real time how this document can be signed within your Microsoft application. So let's start it now. The document which I'm trying to send is the non-disclosure agreement. So let me show you that document before I send it out. So I have, this is my document which I'm trying to send. Yeah. So this is the non-disclosure sample agreement. This could be an HR document. This could be any sales contract. So this is an NDA example where I need the name, the date, and the signature of that person. OK, so this is the example. Now let's try to do this within our Outlook. So I click on send for signatures, and what will happen is that Adobe Sign comes up there within your Outlook itself, right? I've already signed in. Otherwise, you have to sign in. And here you see that I'm getting the user interface of Adobe Sign within my Outlook. Voila. So it shows me, hey, what is the document you want to attach? So I'll click on the add files and I'll select the sample document. I'll click on open. This is the recipient field where I have to type the email ID. So signer1@hotmail.com. He's nothing but Raj Malhotra. OK, and it picks up the message and my signature from my Outlook. Now I can still click on continue, but let me show you some of the more options where you can have multiple people, you can have different level of approvals and all of that thing. So let me click on more options. OK, so I'll get a separate window in which I'll get a bigger window in which I have more options now. This is exactly the same user interface that you will get if you sign into Adobe Sign. So here you see that this is actually the vanilla flavor of Adobe Sign. So here you can have multiple layers of, so let's say, or you could say signer 1 is the first person. He is the internal approver. So here I can make him. So these are the different roles of Adobe Sign. He can be an approver. He can be an acceptor. He can be a form filler. So maybe you want to send a blank form to someone. He is filling that form and then that form goes outside for the external party to sign. So let's keep things simple as of now. Let him be the signer. This is the document which is already attached. I can also password protect this document. I can mention a deadline. I can also set up a reminder, right? So these are the different ways. Let me click on next. Now what will happen is that the document will open up where I will make this particular document as an interactive document where I can make the recipient type on that, like he can type his name, he can sign the document, he can add attachments, he can do a lot of things, right? So this document has opened up. This is the exact same thing that you would see in Adobe Sign itself. So here you see that it's asking me the name field, the date field, and the signature field, so that the other person, he can actually type his name. The date will be picked up from these servers. The signature will be the one he signs on his screen. So these are the different type of fields that will allow me to make this interactive. So I can drag and drop a signature field here. I can drag and drop, I want a name, right? So I can drag and drop a name field. I have data fields, so I can create a web form like a drop down, checkbox, radio buttons. Let's say I want an attachment. Let's say I want the mark sheet of the candidate, or in this case, I want the vendor document of the one who's signing the NDA. So I can have a file attachment field where he clicks on the file attachment. The Windows Explorer will open up and he's able to attach a file. Now, imagine that this has 10 to 20 different fields. That'll be cumbersome for me to drag and drop, but I can make this quicker because with a click of a button, I can get all of these fields in place because Adobe has this artificial intelligence technology of Adobe Sensei that will automatically create the fields in the right places. So here you see that it identified that there are 3 places I need to fill. I don't have to drag and drop manually. I just click on this button and bang on, all of my fields are right away, the full name, the date, and the signature. Okay, I don't want to make this an Adobe Sign demo. Let me click on send this document and we'll see how I'm able to track this document and get this signed in my inbox. So I click on send. The document is getting submitted, and now let me act as Raj Malhotra, who will receive this particular email notification. And that's it. I get an email notification there. Also to note that you can also have the same experience if you are also on a mobile device, right? So I can have a mobile phone. I'll see an inbox. I'll click on that email. It will give me this button which I need to review and sign. Just click on that button and the document will open in the browser. So the recipient, he doesn't need anything installed. He just has an email, he has a mobile phone working, there's a good browser, and he's got a decent net connection. The document will open up in his phone browser. Okay, so this is the same NDA which I've sent it to him. Wow, you see the date already got picked up from the Adobe servers. This is the place where I want to sign as Raj Malhotra. Okay, it picked up my previous signature, so let me just clear that quickly. So these are the different ways I can sign. So I can simply type my name here as Raj Malhotra. So Raj Malhotra has typed his name. This can also be considered as a legal digital or electronic signature. Electronic signatures are valid within India as per the Indian IT Act 2000. So make sure that, so don't worry, this is completely legal and this is valid in the court of law. The other ways of signing the document, you can just go to draw and you can draw your signature, right? Okay, let me not get crazy, but this is some of the signatures. You can also have your photograph, which you can put it there. Okay, let me not make this a sign demo. Click on apply, and that's it. Raj Malhotra has signed this document. I'll click to sign here to make sure that my signing transaction is completed. I click to sign and my document is now submitted. Okay, so let me split my personality back into Chetan Jadhav. I might get a split personality disorder if I keep on switching between different persona. Okay, so I'm back into my Outlook, and where do I see the status of my document? I don't know if Raj Malhotra has even opened my document for signing, or has he even signed, or has he not even opened? I don't know. So within Outlook itself, I have this option of agreement status. Yes, so I click on agreement status. Right away in Adobe Sign within Outlook, it will tell me what is the status of my document. So this is the NDA sample along with the other documents which are there in progress. Yeah, it gives me an indication with the green color checked mark saying that it is done, but let me open this up and show you. So here it says that, I'm not sure if you're able to see, but it shows me that on 16th October 2020, document was sent for signature to Raj Malhotra. Raj Malhotra viewed the document and Raj Malhotra also signed the document. So I know complete status of my documents. Also, let me close this up and go on to some of my other emails. You'll see that I got this email notification that Raj Malhotra has signed this particular document, and this is the document attached. This is the document. Let me open up. This is the same non-disclosure agreement that was sent. And here it has the signature along with the date and his name. Along with this, what you'll also find there's an audit report. This audit report is nothing but it gives you proof that what was the status of this document in terms of the history. So this audit report will tell you that the document was created by Chetan Jadhav. It was on this particular date and time. This is the IP address of the system that was used for that particular transaction. Raj Malhotra, it was emailed to him. It was viewed by Raj Malhotra with this particular email address, the date, and time. It was signed and the agreement was completed. One of the beauty, in fact, the beauty about this particular final document that you receive is that this is an untampered document and no one can edit this document. Because you see there's a blue color ribbon on top, which is basically a digital seal, which gives a proof that this is an untampered document. Well, I've opened this in Acrobat Pro DC, which is the world's best solution for working on PDF files. Let me try to edit this document and see what happens. So I click on edit PDF, which is here. It will not allow me, right? The document is signed and cannot be edited. So this is completely legal, compliant, and secured. You don't have to worry about the final document. So this is what is Microsoft along with Adobe Sign together can really help you. So I think now it's a good example to show you the entire workflow after giving you a gist of how Microsoft and Adobe can together help you get this particular signing done without leaving your favorite Microsoft applications. So let's see a sample workflow. Maybe you create the document using SharePoint or Teams or within Adobe Sign. You can send this document to signature using any of these tools. Maybe there's a purchase order, right? Let's take an example of a purchase order. So create the purchase order using SharePoint, Teams, or Sign. You send it to signature using your favorite Microsoft applications. Okay, you can also set up routing, I would say. So maybe your purchase order is more than $100K, then it will go to certain approval people. If it is less, then it will go to certain different set of people. So the routing is taken care by Adobe Sign. Then those people will sign the document, they will review the document, they'll sign the document and Finally, the signatures get collected within Adobe Sign, or you also get an email notification in Outlook, the same way I got it after I signed Raj Malhotra. And finally, the documents get archived within my Adobe Sign, Teams, or in your Microsoft applications. This was a very sample workflow on a larger scale. Now, digital workflow that you can trust, right? So don't worry, whatever you're doing within Microsoft is completely legal and compliant, and it's completely secure. We've got the highest level of compliance and security. I'll touch upon that also. And this is completely auditable. You saw the audit report, you have your Sign dashboard, you have your email notifications, so you have all the complete audit details. And these are the different compliances and security that we are having. So we have got the best of available in the world. So we've got ISO certified 27001, FIRMA ready, AICPA, PCI DSS compliant, FedRAMP, HIPAA, Safe Biopharma, GDPR, so many of them. Also, to add upon this particular slide, we are also now have now Aadhaar authentication, right? So in this example, if let's say I enabled Aadhaar authentication, so what will happen is that when you click on Sign button, you will be redirected to the Aadhaar web page. There you have to put your Aadhaar number. Once you put your number, you will get an OTP on your registered Aadhaar registered mobile number. That OTP you have to put it onto that particular document, and then the document will be verified with Aadhaar. Yes, that is available now. Okay, so that was about the workflow, but how will this really benefit and what all values you'll get with the organization, right? So let me just share that you can create, edit, sign, manage your PDFs within your favorite Microsoft 365 apps. This gives a customer and employees an initiative and accessible digital experience from any devices. You really gain real-time visibility of your contracts. So whatever challenges that we discussed earlier, right? The visibility, the security, the experience, the touch points, all of that is taken care with a combination of Acrobat, the Adobe and Microsoft solutions. Okay, these are the benefits, but what is the value that you get? Your business is really accelerating now. There's a lot of efficient workflows. Your paper processes has gone, and now it has become very much reliable on the digital transformation workflows. You retain your business continuity even if you work from home. So Corona gave us the opportunity to have business continuity even sitting at home. But even post Corona, I hope this really gets resolved. But it's not restricted to the COVID situations. Even after COVID situations, it'll make sure that this really helps you to drive to your next step and be successful. This also boosts customers' satisfaction and the employee satisfaction, and it increases the return of investments and reduces the risk and the compliance burden, right? So this is the true value that you receive. Okay, talking about numbers here, using Adobe Cloud and Microsoft 365, you get 28 times faster cycle times to complete one particular process. You save more than $20 per document, right? And your return of investment is 2.8 to 4.2 times. You save 65 hours per year, and you have 1.8 million to 7.3 million MVP. This is not Adobe talking. This is Forrester Total Economic Impact Study of 2019, right? So these are proven and tested numbers which I'm trying to share with you. Okay, the common use cases here are workforce productivity. So for example, there is a combination of Document Cloud and Microsoft you can use for cross-team collaboration, asset creation, content review. Similarly, for sales acceleration, where you can use Adobe Sign and Dynamics for terms and conditions, quotas, change orders, sales orders, contracts. Similarly, legal automation for NDAs, IP licensing, audit sign-offs. Similarly, field worker empowerment, employee life cycle, and also procurement efficiency. These are some of the common use cases, but I think wherever you want a signature on your digital document, Microsoft and Adobe Sign really kills and rocks that particular workflow. Okay, talking about Adobe, Adobe has this artificial intelligence. You saw with the click of a button, all of those fields automatically came up. That is because of the artificial intelligence and machine learning technology that is called as Adobe Sensei, which is powering all of the Adobe solutions. So not only Adobe Sign, it is also Acrobat and Photoshop and all of those creative applications. We have a huge ecosystem of around 13,000 partners and around 300K developers. We have the highest level of security and compliance that I showed you. and we have around 21K employees from 65 global offices. 50 billion PDFs opened in Reader, 100 million plus Acrobat users every day, 25 million signatures done every year, and around 3 million people using Adobe Scan. Also, I would touch upon that. So this is more about Sign, and I've not touched upon the Acrobat stuff. So even if you have applications, Microsoft Word, and you want to convert it into PDF, or maybe you want to put some security features on the PDF, you don't have to go to Acrobat, right? Within your Microsoft application, you open up Word, PowerPoint, Excel, you will always find an Adobe tab there, right? Which will help you convert, or which will help you try to put some of those PDF features right within your Microsoft applications. Now, this is the Adobe and Microsoft customers. This is a very, very small list of customers. You see, we have top people like Workday, Ricoh, Telefonica, so many of these really using the power of Adobe and Microsoft customers together. Now, this is one of the success stories from Iowa State University, and they really say, this is their own words, that Adobe Sign was the only solution we found that had a strong vision of integration into existing Microsoft workflows, where using familiar tools to do more and work faster, right? So the results was put funds in hands of the recipient faster by shortening the approval process. So if it took 13 days, maybe it took 13 minutes using Adobe Sign and Microsoft workflows. Yeah, they were able to leverage the Microsoft integration, so Adobe Sign and the PDF task. They reduced 30% of the printing cost because they were trying to save a lot of paper and waste that a lot. And yeah, of course, there's a lot of painless deployment because we've got this enterprise deployments available here. If you want to have more resources, you can check these out. Adobe.com, go sign Office 365, and adobe.ly/dc/dash-, I would say, MSFT. Okay, so these are some of the analyst coverage. So TechTarget, SiliconANGLE, and eWeek has to say about this particular workflows. Okay, I think that's it from my side. I really appreciate having your time and giving your valuable time and patience. And I really expect that this would really give you a very good idea about how Adobe really helps being integrated with the Microsoft tools. You don't have to leave your application. You can have all of those Sign and Adobe Cloud features right away in your favorite Adobe applications and making you successful. If you work on any places, you have your mobile devices, you don't have to worry about all of that. That's from my side. Thank you so much. I'm open for questions. So Sunny, let me know how can we take this.
Thank you, Chetan. It was a fascinating demo on how Microsoft 365 can really work and improve with digital signatures. So there are a few things that I need to ask you on what we saw today, right? So one of the questions that people have is, what do you really mean by digital signature and electronic signatures, and are they really legal in India? So can you shed some experience on that, please?
Yeah, so digital signature and e-signature, these are a couple of ways that you can electronically sign your document. So both are legally valid in India, and both have their own advantages. It depends what is more feasible for your requirement. Depending on the legal document, some of them prefer digital signatures, some of them prefer e-signatures. For example, if you need Aadhaar authentication, you will need to have a digital signature, right? Now, what the difference is that in my example of Adobe, what I showed you where Raj Malhotra was getting the document, that was e-signature, where I just have to click on that. I have to draw my signature. That is an e-signature. When I talk about a digital signature, what happens is that we've got a third party which has these digital certificates. You have to buy those tokens, and you have to put those tokens when you try to sign a document. So this is an additional layer of security. But again, both of these have their own advantages. So e-sign is something which is also very much secure, but it's very much convenient, right? You have your phone in your hand, you get a document, you just click there, it's signed. But let's say if I want to sign it using a digital signature, I have to have those tokens, I have to pay extra for that. Maybe I have a pen drive which I have to put to authenticate the digital signature. So both of them are valid. It depends on what is the type of document you are trying to authorize here. So this is what I would like to say.
Right. So Chetan, do people really use these digital signatures in India, and for what use cases do they really use? One is the offer letter part that we saw with Mindtree, but they've optimized a lot in terms of those set of documents. They had to have 2 copies of documents, print it, scan it, send it to a candidate, and candidate would do the same activity again by scanning the document and giving it back to them. So now in this entire journey, when multiple people have to sign the document, offer letter is one use case we saw from Mindtree. What are the other use cases that you have experienced in this industry, specifically referring to the companies in India, because most of the people here are from Indian entities. So can you really share some more insights on Indian use cases and Indian companies on how they're using this digital signature platform?
I just have one sheet which will show you the different type of use cases where people have really used it. Yeah, so when we talk about e-signatures or digital signatures, these are the different type of ways Adobe can help you sign the document. Of course, signing can be done, but other than signing, the other things that Adobe can really help you is with filling a form where, let's say I want to send a vendor document for a vendor onboarding. So I'll send a web form to my internal team. They will fill the form. Then it will go to the next step, which is being verified. So maybe it is approved by some internal team. Then it goes out for the third party to signature. So these are some of the sophisticated complex tasks that Adobe Sign really makes simple. So wherever you want signing, filling forms, approving or acceptance, or maybe you want to acknowledge yourself that yes, you are the certified recipient, all of the use cases are taken by Sign. And these are some of the departments and some of the ways Adobe Sign can be used in the different scenarios. So sales, human resource, procurement, legal, marketing, product management, IT operation, resources. So for example, when I was hired in Adobe, I actually signed my document using Adobe Sign, and my experience was totally seamless. Everything was on email, everything was very much visible, and that was my first time encounter to understand how onboarding was so simple, how acceptance of the offer letter was so simple. That also reflects how your company equity is. That really makes me understand what is the brand value of a company. If I still have those papers, I have to sign here, I have to sign here, I have to sign here, I have to take printouts, I have to attest those documents, give it to the HR. That really makes your company a lot to a different level as compared to people who are actually using paper-based process. So this is a whole scenario which I can talk about where Adobe Sign or digital signatures can be used. I hope I answered your question, Sunny.
Sure. So all these questions are from the audience now. So one of the members have asked that, what about security? If someone just opens up the email and then sign on my behalf. So can you just talk about that on the security front, not just by opening up an email, but is there something more that you're doing?
Yes. See, if you're giving a credit card to someone and you are sharing your OTPs or something like that, so you cannot really make it secured. But when it comes to Adobe Sign, we have a second factor of authentication available. So of course, email is the default security where the certified recipient will get the document on his email. There will be a link. He clicks on the link, the document opens in the browser. That is what we saw. But you can add another level of security. You can put a phone number as a verification so that the person who clicks on the link, the document will not open in the browser. He will have to put an OTP of his phone so that will validate that yes, he's the right person who's opening the document. Once you put the OTP, only then the document will open in the browser. You can also have the people signing in using the social accounts, so Apple ID, Google, Facebook, they can also use that as a second level authentication. You can also put a password. So maybe I send you a document, I can send you another email saying that, hey, this is the password to open the document, right? So these are some ways that will make sure that the person who's opening the document is actually the right person. So these are the ways. I hope I answered your question here.
Yes, Chetan, I think what you're trying to refer is, besides the email part, there's a concept of OTP. So if someone subscribed to OTP, then before signing the document, a PIN kind of a thing will come on the mobile device, registered mobile device, and then only the transaction will get completed. So you kept on referring to this word transaction. Can you really say what does this transaction mean?
Okay, so transaction is actually Adobe's terminology of a document which is supposed to be signed or approved or accepted. So for example, if I want to send an offer letter to one person, that is called as a one transaction. If I want to send a vendor document to someone, that is considered as a transaction. So this is Adobe's terminology of saying that this is the document, this is the agreement that we are sending it to sign. So yeah.
Understood. So how, as you showed, right, how many people can sign on a document? Because in Indian context, there are a couple of people signing authority, or possibly there's a workflow that goes in through. So how many people can sign through Adobe sign on a single document?
Okay, a very good question. When it comes to enterprise, 25 is the default number of people who can. So it's not about signing the document. It's actually doing your role for the document. The role can be anything. It could be signing of the document could be one role, accepting of the document could be one role, filling the form could be one role, approving could be one of the roles, acknowledging the document could be roles. So these are the different roles that you can play for that particular transaction. Now you can have a combination of these roles. Maybe you are sending it for a first person as a form filler. He will get the form, he'll fill the form, then it might go for an approval stage. There might be 3 levels of approvals. It doesn't matter. 25 is the default number with a combination of approving, accepting, signing, and all of that thing. But there are certain situations in which you might need 25 plus, but that should not be a problem when it comes to enterprise solutions. So you can have your own workflows. You can also set up workflows like you have a group of approvers, and if one of those approve, then that agreement will go to the next step. Even that is possible.
Understood. One of the person has asked that is Adobe coming along with Microsoft 365, or do we have to buy it separately? If you can just talk about that in terms of purchase, how does someone buy this?
Okay, so I'll just wear my sales cap, which I generally don't wear, but both are separate solutions. What we have done is we have combined these solutions together. So if you have bought Acrobat, if you have bought Adobe Sign, right, even Acrobat and Sign are separate. Microsoft is a different entity itself. Even if you want Acrobat, you have to purchase Sign separately if you want that combination of Acrobat and signing your documents. Maybe I create a document in PDF, Acrobat, but if I don't buy Sign, I won't be able to send the document for signatures. So once this is clear, you'll understand that you'll actually have to buy Acrobat and Sign to have this complete workflow. Now, if you install Acrobat, those tabs will automatically be reflecting within your Microsoft. So you don't have to separately install Adobe Sign for maybe Outlook or PDF for Word or Acrobat. So if you just install Acrobat, all of those tabs will be visible within your Microsoft application. But yes, for having those premium features like password protecting the document or sending a document to sign, you'll actually need those services and buy those Acrobat features and Sign features separately.
Right. And just to add for people here, right, the cost of this particular solution can be as low as starting with about 350 rupees a transaction kind of thing. You can get started, and the best way to experience this entire solution is to go through a trial. So we'll be sharing a trial sign up link with you all. You can sign up a trial, experience it. We will give you a walkthrough. And once you experience it, possibly you'll be able to build use cases for your organizations. So Chetan, one last question that was posted here is that can an admin track the count of transactions for their users? Which means that is there a concept of an administrator on Adobe eSign, and then he assigns the transactions to employees in the organization? How does that really work? How does an organization control this entire setup?
So I think it's difficult to me to assign certain transactions. Let's say I'll give 100 transaction to Sunny, 100 transaction to Meghna. I think that is not possible, but I can see the entire overview, understanding how much Sunny has sent a transaction, how much Meghna has done, how much Chetan Jadhav has done. That is definitely possible, but I'll just check with my team if there is a way to really control, like if I have 1,000 transactions per year as my license for Sign, maybe I can give 100 per month for Meghna or 100 for Sunny. I think I'll check that out with my team. But of course, as an admin, I can really see how many transactions each of the users have done. I can check that out for you. Yeah.
On the other side, Chetan, can in this scenario, can the user-based license be used? Because then there's a per user cap there on the user-based license of 150. So I think that is one solution that can come into play. And now I would request the audience that if there's any other question, they can possibly raise a hand or ask Chetan directly if they have something specific. As Fortron, we are there for you to enable you. Our request is first sign up for a trial. let's go through that use case in your organization. And not just Microsoft 365, there are many other integrations that are available. Even if you talk about G Suite and other applications like Salesforce, Workday, there are many applications that are there. And Chetan, if you can just add that, what other enterprise applications that Adobe eSign has integration with?
Yeah, so this is the entire Adobe partner ecosystem with their partners. So for example, if you have a CRM solutions like Oracle or Zoho or CRM, or if you have a CLM and configuring where you have Agilsoft, Apttus, so is there on your screen. So we have all of these. These are few of them. We do have many more than these, but these are some of the top integrations available with Adobe Sign. So collaborative productivity, document assembly, workflows, human HR, e-vaulting, and a few of the other.
Understood. Sure. So if there's any other question from the audience, then we'll take it up, else we can close, and you can reach out to us at any point of time by raising a request at the URL shared by Meghna. You can raise a request there, and we have received a couple of requests from people in this group. So there are 7 requests that have come, and we will address that shortly by the end of the day today. This particular recording will also be available with you to watch again and go through this entire scenario. And thank you, Chetan, for this entire experience and taking us through this fascinating demo. And we wish you all to be safe and stay at home as long as possible. If you have to go out, take all the precautions and start setting up your organization in a paperless way so that there's minimal physical contact with the documents and other things. And this would really help you in the security, enhancing the security and productivity of your organization. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We had a great time.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Fortron, for this platform. And I wish everybody to be safe and take good care of your health. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Chetan.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.